In the heart of the concrete jungle that never sleeps, Marcus found himself captivated by the pulsating energy of New York City. From the moment he arrived in the bustling metropolis, he was swept up in its relentless rhythm, the cacophony of honking horns and bustling crowds, a symphony to his ears. Amidst the towering skyscrapers and neon-lit streets, Marcus's path crossed with Samantha's in a chance encounter that would change the course of their lives forever. She was a force of nature, her presence commanding attention wherever she went. With her sharp wit and effortless charm, Samantha was the epitome of the New York City dream, a woman who embodied ambition and determination in equal measure. As Marcus caught his first glimpse of Samantha amidst the bustling streets of Times Square, he felt a spark ignite within him, a spark that would soon blossom into a flame of undeniable attraction. Their eyes met across the sea of faces, and in that moment, Marcus knew that his life would never be the same. Their love story unfolded amidst the backdrop of the city that never slept, each moment more exhilarating than the last. From romantic strolls through Central Park to candle-lit dinners overlooking the glittering skyline, Marcus and Samantha seemed destined to conquer the world together. Marcus, a hard-working accountant with dreams of making it big in the city, found solace in Samantha's laughter and warmth. She, a rising star in the world of New York politics, found comfort in Marcus's unwavering support and steadfast love. Together, they were unstoppable, a power couple destined for greatness in the urban jungle they called home. But amidst the glittering lights of Broadway and the endless possibilities of the city that never slept, darkness lurked, unseen and unsuspected. And as Marcus and Samantha's love story unfolded, little did they know that their seemingly perfect romance would soon be put to the ultimate test. As the whispers grew louder and more persistent, Marcus couldn't ignore the nagging feeling in the pit of his stomach. Despite Samantha's assurances and the facade of their seemingly perfect relationship, doubts continued to gnaw at him like relentless pests. He found himself scrutinizing Samantha's every move, searching for any hint of the betrayal that echoed through the city streets. Yet, each time he looked into her eyes, Marcus found himself drawn back into the warmth of her smile, the sincerity of her words. But the whispers refused to be silenced, their insidious presence poisoning Marcus's thoughts and clouding his judgment. Friends and acquaintances offered cautious warnings, their words laden with concern and thinly veiled secrets. Yet Marcus brushed them off, unable to reconcile the image of the woman he loved with the rumors that surrounded her. As days turned into weeks, Marcus found himself consumed by a whirlwind of emotions, torn between his love for Samantha and the nagging doubts that threatened to tear them apart. He longed for the clarity that seemed forever out of reach, a beacon of hope in the midst of the storm that raged within him. And as the shadows of uncertainty stretched long into the night, Marcus couldn't help but wonder if the whispers held a kernel of truth, a truth that threatened to unravel the very fabric of their love. Marcus's mother stood in the shadows, her heart heavy with the weight of the truth she had just witnessed. The sight of Samantha wrapped in the arms of another man seared into her memory, a painful reminder of the fragility of love and the depths of human betrayal. With trembling hands and tear-filled eyes, Marcus's mother confronted Samantha, her voice barely above a whisper, yet filled with an undeniable strength born of a mother's love. "How could you do this to my son?" she implored, her words a plea for understanding in the face of unfathomable betrayal. But Samantha, her facade crumbling under the weight of guilt and shame, refused to acknowledge her wrongdoing. Instead, she recoiled from Marcus's mother's accusations, her eyes flashing with a mixture of defiance and desperation. "I love him, I swear it," Samantha protested, her voice tinged with desperation as she struggled to maintain the illusion of innocence. "You must believe me, there's been a mistake." But Marcus's mother knew the truth, written plainly in the anguish etched across Samantha's face. With a heavy heart and tears streaming down her cheeks, she turned away from the woman who had shattered her son's heart, leaving Samantha to face the consequences of her betrayal alone. As Marcus's mother retreated into the safety of her modest apartment, she whispered a silent prayer for her son's broken heart, a beacon of hope amidst the darkness that threatened to consume them all. And as the echoes of her footsteps faded into the night, she vowed to stand by Marcus's side, offering him the unwavering love and support he would need to heal the wounds left by Samantha's betrayal. The streets of New York City stretched out before Marcus, a maze of towering skyscrapers and bustling crowds that once held the promise of endless possibilities. But now, as he walked away from the shattered remnants of his relationship with Samantha, the city felt like a labyrinth of broken dreams and lost illusions. With each step, Marcus felt the weight of his heartache pressing down upon him, a heavy burden that threatened to crush his spirit. Yet guided by the comforting presence of his mother by his side, he found the strength to keep moving forward, one foot in front of the other, toward a future that held the promise of redemption. As he passed by familiar landmarks and bustling intersections, Marcus couldn't help but feel a pang of nostalgia for the life he had once shared with Samantha. Memories of their time together flashed before his eyes like scenes from a forgotten dream. The laughter they had shared, the dreams they had dared to chase, the love that had once burned bright between them. But now, all that remained were echoes of a love that had turned to ashes, scattered by the winds of betrayal and deception. And as Marcus looked out upon the city that had once been their playground, he knew that he could no longer call it home. With a heavy heart and tear-streaked cheeks, Marcus turned his back on the glittering lights of New York City, leaving behind the shattered dreams of a love that was never meant to be. And as he walked away, guided by the comforting embrace of his mother's love, he found solace in the knowledge that true happiness awaited him on a path untainted by lies and deceit, a path that led him away from the city that had once held his heart captive, toward a future filled with endless possibilities and the promise of a love that was true. In the familiar embrace of his childhood home, Marcus found refuge from the storm that raged within him. The walls seemed to exhale a sense of tranquility, wrapping him in a cocoon of safety and familiarity. His mother's presence was a balm to his wounded soul, her gentle touch a reminder that he was not alone in his pain. As Marcus poured out his heart to his mother, the weight of his sorrow lifted ever so slightly. He spoke of the love he had once shared with Samantha, now tainted by betrayal and deceit. He spoke of the dreams they had dared to dream together, now shattered like fragile glass. And with each word that escaped his lips, Marcus felt a sense of catharsis wash over him, as if releasing the pent-up emotions that had been festering within him for far too long. His mother listened with a patience born of a lifetime of love, her reassuring presence a beacon of hope in the darkness that threatened to consume him. She offered words of comfort and encouragement, reminding Marcus of the strength and resilience that lay within him, waiting to be unleashed. Together, they sat in the quiet sanctuary of their home, finding solace in each other's company. And as the hours stretched into the night, Marcus felt a newfound sense of peace settle over him, like a gentle rain washing away the stains of sorrow and regret. In the comforting embrace of his family, Marcus began to see a glimmer of light at the end of the tunnel. Though the road ahead would undoubtedly be fraught with challenges and uncertainty, he knew that he would not face it alone, for in the arms of his mother, he found the strength to weather any storm, and in the warmth of their home, he found the courage to rebuild his shattered dreams. In the stillness of the night, Marcus found himself grappling with the remnants of his shattered dreams. Memories of Samantha danced like shadows in the corners of his mind, their bittersweet allure tugging at his heartstrings. Yet, amidst the darkness that threatened to engulf him, Marcus began to find a glimmer of clarity. He pondered the lessons learned from his failed relationship, recognizing the importance of trust and honesty in matters of the heart. The realization dawned upon him like a beacon of light piercing through the veil of confusion. He understood now that love could not thrive in the shadows of deception, that true happiness could only be found in the warmth of honesty and authenticity. With each passing day, Marcus found himself shedding the weight of his past like a caterpillar breaking free from its cocoon to spread its wings and soar. The twinkling lights of the city that once held his dreams captive now seemed to beckon him with renewed promise, inviting him to embrace the boundless possibilities that lay ahead. And as he gazed out into the night sky, Marcus felt a sense of liberation wash over him, like a weight lifted from his shoulders. The city that had once felt suffocating now felt expansive, filled with untapped potential and endless opportunities for growth. In the quiet moments of reflection, Marcus found himself embracing his newfound freedom with open arms. He knew that the road ahead would not be easy, that there would be challenges and obstacles to overcome. But with each step forward, guided by the lessons of his past and the unwavering support of his loved ones, Marcus felt a sense of purpose and determination take root within him. For in the darkness of the night, he had found the strength to confront his fears and emerge stronger than ever before. And as the first light of dawn began to illuminate the horizon, Marcus knew that the dawn of a new chapter awaited him, a chapter filled with hope, resilience, and the promise of a brighter tomorrow. The days turned into weeks, and with each sunrise, Marcus felt a subtle shift within himself. The wounds inflicted by Samantha's betrayal began to heal, their jagged edges slowly smoothing over with the gentle passage of time. Surrounded by the unwavering love and support of his family and friends, Marcus found solace in their comforting embrace, drawing strength from their steadfast presence. Together, they walked alongside him on his journey of healing, offering words of encouragement and acts of kindness that served as balm for his wounded soul. Their unwavering support became a lifeline, anchoring Marcus to the present and guiding him through the stormy seas of his emotions. With their help, Marcus began to rebuild his life brick by brick, reclaiming the pieces of himself that had been lost in the tumult of his failed relationship. He rediscovered the joys of simple pleasures, the warmth of a morning cup of coffee, the laughter of friends gathered around a shared meal, the serenity of a quiet evening spent lost in a good book. And as he ventured out into the world once more, Marcus found himself standing on the threshold of a new chapter in his life. No longer defined by the pain of his past, he embraced the limitless possibilities of the future with open arms, guided by the unwavering light of hope that burned within his soul. He knew that the road ahead would not be easy, that there would be challenges and obstacles to overcome. But with each step forward, Marcus felt a renewed sense of purpose and determination coursing through his veins. For he had emerged from the depths of despair stronger and more resilient than ever before, ready to embrace whatever the future held in store. And as he looked to the horizon with newfound optimism, Marcus knew that the healing process was far from over. But with the love of his family and friends to guide him, he was confident that he could face whatever challenges lay ahead, secure in the knowledge that true happiness awaited him on the other side of his pain. With each passing day, Marcus felt a renewed sense of purpose pulsating within him, propelling him forward toward the promise of a brighter tomorrow. The seasons changed, painting the cityscape with hues of amber and gold, and Marcus embraced the transformation with open arms. Armed with the wisdom gleaned from his past experiences, Marcus approached each new day as an opportunity for growth and renewal. He no longer allowed the shadows of his past to cast a pall over his present, but instead, he embraced the beauty of each moment, savoring the simple joys that life had to offer. Surrounded by the love and support of his family and friends, Marcus forged ahead on his journey of self-discovery with unwavering determination. He explored new avenues of interest, pursued long-forgotten passions, and forged deep connections with those who shared his values and aspirations. And though the scars of betrayal still lingered, Marcus refused to let them define him. Instead, he wore them as badges of resilience, symbols of his unwavering strength in the face of adversity. For in the crucible of heartache, Marcus had discovered the true depths of his inner fortitude, emerging from the flames stronger and more resilient than ever before. As he stepped forward into the unknown, Marcus did so with a heart full of hope and a spirit unbroken by the trials of yesterday. He embraced the uncertainty of the future with open arms, secure in the knowledge that he was capable of weathering any storm that lay ahead. And as the city continued to buzz with life, Marcus found himself standing at the precipice of a new beginning, ready to seize the endless possibilities that stretched out before him. For in the tapestry of his life, he had woven a story of resilience, redemption, and unyielding hope. A story that would guide him forward on his journey toward a future filled with boundless promise and infinite potential.